This is part 3 of making a 3D Horten Ho 229. I'm done with the modeling! This week I really wanted to lock in and finish the model, so I did. First, I modeled the landing gear by modeling the most complex parts separately from the rest of the model. Then once those were done, I moved them to the body of the plane. Then I figured out how to make the landing gear doors with a somewhat complicated workflow using booleans so that the doors opened correctly and they would be continuous with the rest of the model. What I did was isolate the cavity that the gears would fold into, fill in that cavity with a separate object, then apply all of the modifiers to it, isolate the faces that I wanted to, and then extrude them by a little bit to get some thickness. It took me a good while to figure this out in my head, but I think I got it right enough. I really like how the landing gear turned out, especially with the smaller details like the suspension on the rear landing gear and the ball bearings on the front landing gear. For the control surfaces like the flaps and the elevators, I did a similar workflow to the landing gear doors with that boolean, so I could again get a shape that I could move that would also be continuous with the rest of the model. Really proud of how the model's going so far, excited to see how the rest of it turns out. See you next week!